Hey everyone, it's SpursRail96 here. Welcome to another Train Sim World live stream. It's been quite a while since I conducted the last live stream on Train Sim World 4. The reason why for the long or brief hiatus, I should say, is because I've just been working my arse off, quite simply. And I just haven't had the energy to do live streams or just make videos just for the past week or two. But now I've got a bit of time off work. My batteries are recharged, and I thought I'd get back into the YouTube side of things, make some more videos, and do some live streaming again. So for today's live stream, I thought I'd take a look at a route that I haven't covered in I think at least 2 to 3 years, and that is the Tharandter Rampe, the separate extension to the Dresden route. This route came out in Train Sim World 2, and it goes from Dresden to Chemnitz. So we're going to go onto the journey mode of this route and have some fun with the only tilting German train that we have in the game, which is the 612. So I think we will do a service from Dresden to Chemnitz, this interregional express 1 service. It should take just under an hour. So let's get into it and rock and roll. I have a cup of tea with me, as always. Slovak Ball Mapper, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Okay, drivers interregional express 1 service to 4 coach trains, so what's that? 2 units connected together. As always, I've had little to no practice. I haven't been on Train Sim World for the past week, so forgive me if I'm a little bit sluggish here, a bit slow, getting up to speed with everything, getting used to all the controls again. That looks good to me. Let's unlock the doors. Right, what have we got to do? Put the power on, that might be a wise thing to do. The GST on. I won't need the desk light. Won't need the sander, won't need the horn. That's the brake key. Put it on to notch 2. Train lights we'll have set to on. The engines are operational, which is very, very good. Oh yeah, need to put the reverse handle in. There we go. Set the increase the gauge brightness. I don't think you can change the destination displays, if I remember. I think it's automated, but that's not a problem for me. Hello, peeps. Oh yeah, I've got to go access a little fuse panel somewhere. Lighting in this, the lighting on board, I forgot how good it was. Nice warm glow to it. Destination displays work there. We're going to Nuremberg apparently. Right, what have we got to do? There's a switch somewhere. Oh, it's up here. My bad. See if we'll put GNT on and see if maybe PZB. Why not? Throw in a challenge, see how wrong it can go, and there'll be a laugh, won't it? So. Go into the cab. Right, let's lock the doors. So it's an 11 AM service. We've got a intercity service there. It's just come in, it seems. So yeah, this is using the very old lighting from Train Sim World 2. We'll just have a little look around. As you can see, unfortunately, none of these trains have their destination displays on. I think they're actually dead. Oh, well, the coaches are anyway. Talking about the 143s. No, okay, they're ready to. They're not ready to go yet. We got the Talent 2 here as well. Interesting. So yeah, hopefully this route gets a remastered update, and well, I'm not asking for a new timetable. I think it's busy enough as it is, but hopefully something different. We got a 182 hauling this intercity service. No, I was not expecting. I was wondering what that locomotive was. Okay. Just the brakes, I think. Oh, I might be doing something wrong here. I did do everything, didn't I? Cab lights. Oh yeah, headlights, of course. Right, we'll set it to normal. Power is on, the compressor is on. I think it's let me just put the brakes on full. So we'll put the power on. There we go, that did the job. GMT on. Release the brakes. No, it's a no, it's not an electric multiple unit. This is a diesel, so you've got to be very precise with how much power you can apply, and then it will hold that percentage of power as it begins to accelerate. So the first stop is Freiburg or Freiburg, 31 kilometers away. So normally on Verco Dresden, you normally be going out this way, on onwards up to Riesa, which is like all the way out here. This time we're going to the left, and twisting and turning our way all the way to Chemnitz, which isn't there. That's the yard here. Increase the power. Just put the brakes on. Bit of a steep gradient here. It's very smooth, this multiple unit. It's like a magic carpet ride. Very similar, well, not very similar, but a bit similar to the 642 we had released last year, just before Christmas. Blimey, that was nearly a year ago. God, where's the time gone? Well, we need to increase the power, so we'll set it to 40%. There we go. Hey Banana Craft, nice to see you, hope you're well. Yeah, I've been alright. I've just been so busy working. I've just haven't had a chance, you know, to do some. I've just haven't had the energy to, you know, do some streaming or make any videos of late. So yeah. Now I've got a couple of weeks off. I can devote some time as well as energy back into the YouTube side of things. So yeah, I've got a few things planned as far as videos is concerned. you know, get back into my traditional series I do at your service, as well as the what else? Oh yeah, I do a little overview of the West Coast Main Line South, that is, for Train Sim World 5, which is a thing now, unfortunately. Oh dear, never mind, eh? But yeah, the cool thing about this multiple unit is that it tilts, so it means traditional, like, you know, like locomotives like the 143 and multiple units that came before this, they'll be able to, it would, you know, take really sharp curves but at lower speed, whereas with the 612, maybe the 642 as well actually, you'll be able to take it at significantly higher speed, which of course reduces journey times. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I've done a live stream on this route since the route came out way back in, must have been 2 years ago, wasn't it? Way over 2 years ago, yeah. So it's good to get back on it. It certainly needs a remastered update now. Like I said, not necessarily a new timetable. I think I'm pretty content with the current timetable. Just the visuals, you know, scenery and lighting, cloud tech, weather, you name it really. Let's increase the power to 60%. It's got a nice sound in the cab. I think there is a bit of a loop with the of the engines accelerating when you're in the exterior camera of this multiple unit. This isn't, but it isn't a challenging route. This is a lot of tough gradients, pretty sharp gradients as well, set in a more rural environment, let's say, through the Saxony countryside. But it's pretty cool though, you know. You can do a journey from Riesa to Dresden, and then you think to yourself, oh well, I can do it. I want to do a journey to Chemnitz. You can just, you know, switch routes, get into a train you like, and do a journey to Chemnitz. It's quite fun. Slovak board mapper, thoughts on just trains' West Coast Main Line route. So to be honest, I haven't really looked into it as much. The details of it, you know, the statistics of it, and what's coming with it, etc., etc. But I've seen the pictures of it, and I know a little bit about it. The fact it's going to be the longest British route in the game, and yeah, it's an old school British route set in the BR Blue days. That's what I like. That's my thing. Easy to license as well. And the fact it's being made by Just Trains, I think 90 miles from Preston to, was it Crewe? I think it's Crewe, right? It is Crewe, right? Yeah. 90 miles, the level of detail, and yeah, we could potentially see on that route is going to be fantastic. So I cannot wait to see what that route is going to be like. It's definitely on my shopping list, which will please Just Trains. That's for sure. Lean to the right. It's like a motorbike. This is, you know, when you have those. I don't watch the motorcycle racing, but it's like that with the helmet cam. You know, you can see the rider leaning into the corner. It's kind of like that, really, isn't it? If I had the cab sway thing on, then you would be able to get much more of an idea of how much this multiple unit leans into corners. But I tend to have that off for stability reasons, mainly on the streaming side, and plus I'm not a fan of it anyway. I don't know why. Let's increase the power again up to 60 will do. Banana craft, of course. Oh no! Oh, sorry to hear that, Banana craft. Condolences to you and your family, mate. It's yeah, not what you want to hear. So yeah, all I can say is once again, condolences to you and family and everyone else affected. As far as this timetable goes, I have all of the layers installed, and actually found out that my beloved OBB Taurus locomotive is actually available to run some freight services on this route, so hopefully we might be able to catch a glimpse of it on this route if we can. My life Asalak, I don't know how you say that. I'll just say my life, that'll be easier. Are you getting TSW5? Yes, I have sadly pre-ordered it. Mainly for the Pendolino, to be quite honest with you. I think it's a scummy business practice by Dovetail, to lock the Pendolino behind an additional paywall. But of course, it makes perfect business sense, doesn't it? People will buy it. The deluxe edition. Shit, sugar. Excuse my language. That gave me a fright. I thought we were doing something wrong then. No, it's all good. Oh, it's raining. No. This is going to be a challenge now. I didn't know it was going to rain. Or at least the dynamic weather works. I haven't seen it working very smoothly. Every time I try and do like well, since I've done streaming, the dynamic weather hasn't really been entirely smooth or workable at all, really. But it's good to see it's actually working on this route, so it's a tick of the box. My life Alisac, what's wrong with TSW5? Why do you not like it being a new game? My main... Sorry, hang on a second. Yep, it's all good. Yeah, my main problem with it is that every time we get a new version, it's got nothing to do with the money side of things or the financial side of things. I can afford what Dovetail throws at us. I know some people can't do that, which is unfortunate, but I can. So the financial side of things is incredibly frustrating. The pricing of their routes, to their loco add-ons, to the fact, like I said earlier, that the Pendolino is behind an additional paywall, which of course will encourage people to spend the extra 20 or pounds or $30 on the deluxe edition, simply because of the Pendolino not being included with the West Coast Mainline All Train Sim World 5, a standard. That's not my problem. The main problem of it is that I have to delete everything. This not only Train Sim World 4, but every single DLC I have, and then I have to re-download it, download everything all over again, and that's not fun. Especially with people with slower internet speeds. It could take days, to download not only the main game, but then if you want to have, say, I don't know, the complete German experience on Train Sim World, it means downloading bucket loads of routes and loco add-ons, and that adds up to not only taking up a lot of memory space, but taking up a lot of your time as well. And yeah, I'm lucky because I've got fast internet. So I imagine if I was to re-download every DLC I've got installed at this moment in time, I think it would take me, I would say, just under half an hour. Whereas before, when I had crappy internet, it literally would take days. Like, I remember like leaving the console on all night for the things to download, and it would take like, you know, at least 12 to 18 hours, maybe even a day, if the rubbish internet I had back then was playing up. So that is my main pet peeve with this game. I've long been a critic of Dovetail's business practices. You know, changing the fact that the game was originally a 2-year cycle, now it's just a single-year cycle, which of course means spending more money, and then of course which results in deleting everything and re-downloading everything again. And it will become a bigger problem as, you know, the iterations of Train Sim World progresses. You know, more main games come out, that means more DLCs will follow, which means you have to re-download them all over again as time goes on. So yeah, not fun. Not fun. Got a steep gradient here, 2.5%. Blimey. No, that's alright, Banana Croft. No problem. Hopefully this stream will put a bit of a smile on your face and at least get you to enjoy, you know, an hour or two of your time. Slovak ball map will be getting the deluxe edition of 60% Emerson's Steam sale coming up, and then I could get the free starter pack. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good tactic. Master Rail Driver, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Just having a play on the Tharandter Rampe. Currently chucking it down with rain, which I wasn't expecting, but it's certainly a challenge. Oops, a bit too much. That'll do. Into the tunnel. And then out again. 17 kilometers to go until Freiburg Sachs, or Freiburg, which is there. Yeah, but as much as I criticise Train Sim World 5, I do think it has been, from a route perspective, you know, the West Coast Main Line, South, the Antelope Valley Line, and the new German route, the Pritztalbahn, I do think it's a far better standard route game package than certainly Train Sim World 4. No question about that, and I think it might be just as good as the routes we had for Train Sim World 2. What was the routes for Train Sim World 2 when it first came out? I think it was the Underground, wasn't it? The Bakerloo line. Kurlaken, and then I think it was Sandpatch Grade, wasn't it? And then Train Sim World 3, it was Cajon Pass, Schnellfahrstrecke, Kassel Würzburg, and then It was Southeastern High Speed, wasn't it? So yeah, there's no doubt that the free new routes that's coming of Train Sim World 5 is much better than Train Sim World 4, no question. The West Coast Mainline South is much more promising than the East Coast Mainline. Dovetail chose the right section this time, and the fact you get the Watford DC line and the East Coast Mainline, kind of like two routes in one, for me is quite interesting. There are a few pet peeves I have with it. One being, why was the route only extended up to Milton Keynes? It could have gone to Birmingham, considering that Dovetail have actually modelled, the area coming into Birmingham New Street and the station itself and the surrounding, infrastructure in the city. So that I question. And another annoying element of the West Coast Main Line, even though it's got nothing to do, well, it's not Dovetail's fault, is that the branding of what's it called, London and North Western Railway, I think it is, isn't it, on that class 350? Yeah, the branding was removed from the train and the stations at the last minute. So I think they had it at first, but then it was taken away for launch, maybe due to money problems, or who knows, maybe London North Western Railway are just, maybe they're not interested in Train Sim World. Hopefully Dovetail can find a way to get London and North Western Railway back on board. I think it was there to begin when Dovetail began the project of developing or constructing the West Coast Main Line for Train Sim World. Because I watched the stream, and in the little thumbnail of selecting the multiple unit, it did have London and North Western Railway branding, but obviously the final product, when it releases in September, a couple of weeks I think, it won't have West Coast Mainline branding. So that is a little bit annoying, chips away at the immersion a little bit, and it's a bit of a worry. These licensing problems have been affecting Dovetail. Obviously Great Western Railway has been gone from Train Sim World for quite a few years. They had an issue with SBB, the Switzerland train operator, and had to insult to injury. The Long Island Railroad had a little bit of a fight with Dovetail as far as licensing goes for the Long Island Railroad commuter, which thankfully Dovetail managed to resolve at the last minute and get that into the game, so that's good. But yeah, I have a very funny feeling that these licensing problems will continue, unfortunately. It's clear that maybe the train operating companies see Train Sim World as not only a good marketing exercise, but a good way to make money with regards to licensing fees. Unfortunately, it's a similar story in FIFA, being with specific clubs or stadiums being removed, or because maybe the club wanted extra money, or what have you. So yeah, it's frustrating, no doubt. But there you go. But other than the free new routes that's come with Train Sim World 5, there are a few things I do like about Train Sim World 5. The menu looks a bit cleaner, it seems. The user interface, to be exact. The training has been gutted and rebuilt from scratch for new players, which I welcome, especially when it comes to learning new things like safety systems or signalling on routes or different countries that I've never experienced before, virtually or in the real world. And the route hopping thingamabob, I like that as well. And best of all, the soundtrack. It's much better. It suits, I don't know, it just feels right for Train Sim World, rather than having what we've got currently in Train Sim World 4, that big orchestra. Not the orchestra itself, but I think the choir just made it a bit too over the top and dramatic. Whereas I preferred, you know, the soundtracks like Train Sim World 3 and Train Sim World 5 was a little bit more calmer, you know. You know, the music just flows. It's nice. I mean, the music is just right when you don't notice it, you know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah. We need to increase the pace, because that's what we need to do. We are very slow at the moment. We're too busy chatting away. And another thing I like about Train Sim World 5 is that you can toggle off the, say, additional services that get added to any of the routes in the game, which is a good thing. You know, kind of tailors your preferred experience. Tailor it to your preferred experience. Oh. There's a flash of lightning that I didn't expect. Just over 10 kilometers to go until Freiburg Sachs. It's weird though, I think the sun's coming out, but we're trying to creep through the clouds, but it's raining and lightning and thundery at the same time. There you go. Banana Craft, I do like the fast routes, but then sometimes slower routes are nice too, like Somerset or Ireland are nice. I agree. Nice to have that balance, all that variety. Taking the views, just watch the world go by. Slovak ball map, I'd love to see Northern Transpennine get a remaster. Yes, that will be soon, I can assure you. If you know, if Dovetail's finally managed to get round to doing Great Western Express, then Northern Transpennine has got to be next on the list, right? It's got to be. It's got to be. And Tees Valley. But yeah, Transpennine. If they can remaster that, you know, with the good scenery that they did on West Somerset, you know, the lighting and weather conditions, and maybe, dare I say it, add a new timetable and make it a bit more busier, I'd really appreciate that. Or even better, if they could extend the route from Manchester, Victoria to Liverpool, and throw in an extra locomotive or multiple unit from the British Rail days. I'd be happy to pay for it, because I just love that route. For those long-time viewers, Northern Transpennine is still to this day my favourite route in Train Sim World. It could be dethroned by Just Trains' West Coast Main Line. Now, what should we call it? Because we now got 2 West Coast Main Lines in the game. Well, coming to the game. Of course, that's going to confuse people, isn't it? When you say West Coast Main Line, you think, well, which one? So I'm going to call the modern version West Coast Main Line South, and Just Trains' version West Coast Main Line North. Speed of 100 kilometers per hour. There we go. Yeah, we're running late, but that's fine. As long as you make it to the end, that's all that matters to me. Sergio Kin, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're well. Let's increase the power again slightly to 60%. not? Got a downhill gradient coming up. It's going to only get a bit steeper. Cedric in second. They really released a lot of much needed upgrades in this round of Trains to the World 5. Well, they're nice improvements across the board. Will they work as intended? Then that's another thing entirely. Every time Dovetail release something new, there's always something along, you know, something new in the pipeline as far as bugs are concerned. Banana Graph, I find Dovetail have lost their mark a little bit, and TSW to keep putting out routes with problems, and they don't make it cheap either. It's pretty much the cost of a full game. True. Well, some of them are good, some of them are odd choices. Oh no, bugger, I broke it. Oh no, I didn't. It's fine. Just gotta charge the brakes. Let's increase the power. Keep it moving. There we go. There we go. I didn't apply the brakes quickly enough. That's why the emergency brakes kicked in there. Apologies. And we're going to be 5 minutes late, at least. Just over 3 kilometers to go until Freiburg Sachs, or Freiburg, however you say it correctly. Start again is a good way to separate them, I'd say. Thank you. I'm sure they called the West Coast Mainline South on Train Simulator West Coast Mainline South. Which, yeah, oh yeah, another thing that came into my mind that disappointed me with the West Coast Mainline South. I mean, it's a bit of a nitpick, but the sounds on the Pendolino and the 350, from an exterior perspective, it didn't sound as good as I'd like it to be. Which again isn't a surprise because you know, Dovetail and sounds, they don't go entirely hand in hand. Nearly there, peeps, nearly there. I'll have a sip of tea in a second. Right, approaching the station, let's set the power and brake handle to notch 0. And prepare to brake for the station. Is it going to be raining and thunder and lightning all the way to Chemnitz? I hope not. Should be a stop marker somewhere. These are long platforms. Here we go. Arrival at Freiburg 6. Yeah, sun's trying to creep through. But there's rain and thunder in the air. Looks to be a bit windy as well. Yeah, so here we are, Freiburg 6, busy freight interchange. We've actually got a shunter there in the sidings, ready to do some local duties, it seems, in the freight yard. Saw it somewhere. Where was it? Oh, it was behind me. Go down. Just have a look. Obviously, there used to be some tracks to a few other platforms, but not to be these days. Ah, there it is. There's a shunter, ready to go about its work. Got another train here, ready to be shunted into the station to do some S3 services, I think. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the doors closing, shall we? Right, let's go. Oh, we have another stop. My mistake. The next stop is Floher. That is just under 20 kilometers away. We're due in just under 7 minutes, but that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, I didn't have my cup of tea. It's gone cold now. Oh well. Oh, lovely. Set the throttle to 60%. Satisfactory for me. Let's take a look at the chat. Best go, got a busy day tomorrow. Okay, Banana Craft, take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. The UK transport enthusiast, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Welcome aboard. Just conducting some passengers services on the Tharandter Rampe in Germany. Haven't been on this route for more than 2 years, so it's nice to get back on it, have a play, have some fun. Slovak ball mapper just trains West Coast Main Line. They call West Coast Main Line over Shap route. Ah, right, I see. I'll try and remember that then. Slovak ball mapper, what is your favourite locomotive in real life? Slovak's favourite is the Siemens Vectron. My favourite in real life? I don't really have a favourite in real life, to be honest with you. Probably Great Western Railway tank engine, probably. The only other train I'd say I kind of like in real life is the HSTs. Used to ride on them a lot, going from Reading to Paddington and vice versa. These days it's the Class 800s, which are worse. How can they be worse than the HSTs? They're meant to be better, but they're not, they're worse. Certainly from a passenger perspective. Just the chairs I don't like. The seats, they're just hard as nails. They're designing boards, pretty much. Gave me such a bad back. Oh my god. Last time I was on one. Oh, awful. As far as other trains I've been on recently in real life, I've actually been on the Bakerloo line. When I went to see a musical with my cousin, from Paddington to what did I stop at? Was it Piccadilly Circus? I think it was Piccadilly Circus. And then we just walked the rest of the way to the theatre. I'm going to increase the power. So yeah, I went on the bouncy, but rather cosy 1972 Mark II tube stock, albeit I was standing, not sitting. It was busy, as you can expect, on a Saturday afternoon. The G&T kicking in, telling me I need to slow down, otherwise the train will slow down for me, aka putting on the emergency brakes. I do not want that to happen again. No thank you. UK transport enthusiast is getting Cheers W5 release date, fair enough. Sorry, Transport Enthusiast, I'm afraid I can't allow that comment of you promoting content that you're doing, I'm afraid. My chat is not an ad banner for content that you make, unfortunately. I have to remove that message, I'm afraid. Something that YouTube has recently got a bit tighter with in terms of promoting things on chats. No, shouldn't be. Well, apparently it's not allowed now, so I have to take it away. It goes against YouTube's rules for whatever reason. I don't know why. You could promote your things in, like, you know, comment sections and you know, descriptions of, you know, videos and live streams, but for some reason you can't allow it now on live chat. It's just YouTube doing one of those silly YouTube things. The main reason why I have to take it away is not because I don't want to get in trouble or anything, it's because I don't want to lose my Google AdSense not account, but you know, being monetized. So excuse me. So you have to forgive me for that. God, this G&T thing takes some getting used to. I don't know if there's a manual that comes with the Tharandter Rampe. I have to look at what G&T actually means. I know what it does. I mean, you know, it's pretty much warning you to get down to the speed limit as quick as you can, otherwise it will do it for you by putting on the emergency brakes. Just over 7 kilometers to go until Flower. Omar, have you pre-ordered Train Sim World 5? I have. I really didn't want to. I was much happy to just go with the standard version. But yeah, when I found out the Pendolino was exclusive to the deluxe edition, which is really annoying and a scummy business practice from Dovetail, aka the Pendolino should have been included with the West Coast mainline as standard, but you know, Dovetail decided to put it behind an additional paywall, which made me end up purchasing the digital deluxe edition. Right, I'll save the usual YouTube shenanigans. I haven't said it for quite some time. If you'd enjoyed the live stream up to this point and you like what you see or hear, then of course feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching this for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel for more videos and streams from me. As I said earlier, I'll be getting back into the swing of things as far as videos and streaming again. I had a little bit of a break because yeah, I was just absolutely worn out from work. So now I've got a bit of time off work. I can focus a bit more time and effort into the YouTube side of things again, which is cool. When driving this DLC, I tend to struggle with braking. It depends which kind of brake you use, because obviously the throttle, the power handle, also you know, has the ability, you know, to brake with the engine, so it's engine braking. Another thing as well is that of course you can use the train brake, which I find much more effective than the using the power and brake handle. But of course it also depends as well what type of train you're operating. The 612 has two configurations. You can do services with just a single unit, or the Interregional Express 1 service, which is the service I'm currently operating here, has two sets connected together. But yeah, you do have to plan in advance when it comes to braking, because it's not the quickest to brake, I'll give it that. Takes a bit of time to get the speed down, but it does the job. Just over 1 kilometre away from the Flua, however you say it. But yeah, this route came out in train symbol 2, so it's still under the old pricing structure. So this route is $24.99 currently. If you get it on a discount, yeah, not a bad purchase, I'd say. Albeit it is starting to feel its age a little bit. When is it going to stop raining? Crikey. Yeah, we are very late, nearly 10 minutes late. But that's okay. I'm used to it. In the game as well as real life. And the wind has gone up as well. Interesting, there's another set of platforms all the way over here. That's for the regional barn service there. Got the clock. That does work, that's good. And we do have a set of services here. Interregional Express 1 services. 8 minutes late. Not good. What are these PIS boards saying? Nothing. No train stop here. Oh dear. The next and final stop is Chemnitz, 10 kilometers away. We should be due into Chemnitz like now, but obviously it's not going to happen. So we just have to gun it all the way to the station, make up for lost time. Oh well, what do you expect? It's me driving them. I know how to apply the brakes, but they struggle to slow the train down quickly enough. Certainly a unit to master when it comes to the braking characteristics, especially in difficult weather conditions or on different routes. I mean, you can use this 612 on a few routes, not all of them, but a few. I think Bremen-Oldenburg, this route obviously. I'm sure on the Werke Dresden. Don't think so. And I imagine the Pritztalbahn that's coming with a TSW 5. It's making me want to have a look at the just the routes. Just to, I think I downloaded the little screenshot of them, I should say. Yeah, but out of the 3 routes, it's difficult. It's to pick a favourite. I quite like the sound of the West Coast Main Line, despite its faults. You know, the fact that it's only 50 miles and the London and North Western branding is gone from the stations in the Class 350. But I do like, again, it's got 28 stations. It's got the 377-2 and the London Underground Mark II tube stop coming as well. And obviously you've got the complete Watford DC line to operate some London Overground services if you have the Goblin line, of course. And the Pendolino. I like the Pendolino. It's just annoying you have to pay extra for it, but there you go. But with the I call it, why have I called the new German route the Pritztalbahn? It's the Kingsigtalbahn. I do apologise. But yeah, that route is really interesting. I think it's over 64 miles or 103 kilometres. Goes from Frankfurt up to Bahnhof to Fluder, which Fluder is a station that's part of Schnellfahrstrecke Kassel to Würzburg. 24 stations. It's got the ICET, so it's a different high-speed train. What was it? The DBBR 411 instead of the was it the 406 and the 403 we've had before. We're getting a different variant, electric locomotive, like the 11. Was it the 143 and the 112? I think, you know, it's in that kind of family of electric locomotives. This time we're getting a DBBR 114, and the Vectron returns, but in Deutsche Bahn red colours. Obviously, if you have the deluxe edition, you get the Flixtrain Vectron, aka the green passenger services on that route. And the American route, which it doesn't sound my cup of tea, but it's certainly better than the Antelope Valley line, San Bernardino line. We'll see what that one's like. But it's a very close call for me between the West Coast Main Line and the new German route. I'm already forgetting what it's called. Christ. the Kingsaktelbahn. Cytokina may actually pick up the Goblin on sale. Oops. Why did I turn the power off? Silly me. That was a mistake. What did Cytokin put in the chat? Actually pick up the Goblin line on sale now that we have the layers for the West Coast Main Line confirmed. Yeah, it's the full line from London Euston to Watford Junction, which is really cool. I mean, Dovetail could have just, you know, left the entirety of the Watford DC line out of that route. So, you know, one day Dovetail will probably make that as a standalone DLC. You know, anything to get that money rolling in, if you know what I mean. But it's nice, you know, I commend them for that, you know, the fact they've included the Watford DC line in its entirety from start to finish, and the fact you can use for Class 710 on its own service pattern on that route. So certainly going to bring the London area of the West Coast Main Line south to life, no doubt. And of course add in the fact, you know, the Pendolino and the Underground, the Southern trains as well, 377, chugging up and down that route. I mean, the London area is going to be hopefully a feast of train spotting, that's for sure. Maybe not variety in terms of different trains, but you know, just to see the trains going up and down the line. Hopefully they're hundreds. Yeah, it will be cool. I think it came with, I think the route comes with 690 services, which is a... Yeah, that's more than I thought. Way more than I thought. So credits to Dovetail on the timetable. Looks very, very impressive. Well, from a numbers perspective. Whether it will run smoothly is anyone's guess. But yeah, I look forward to the Dovetail showcasing not the Pendolino, I've already seen it. The Kingsaktelbahn. I look forward to seeing what that route has on offer, because that actually looks really quite good on paper. You know, longer route, apparently going to be one of the busiest German routes in history. We will see, won't we? I mean, Dovetail's always done a decent job with the German routes, particularly in the modern day, as well as historic as well, with the what's it called? Crikey, I'm losing the plot. Oh god, what's it called? That German route they made last year. It was old school. Not the Maintalbahn, what is it? I forget what it's called. Link Rheinstrecke, that's it. Came into my mind in the end. That I thought was a decent route they made. Those wiper sounds are cool. Sound like robots, you know, robotic arms moving. Kind of like the kind of sound you'd hear on sci-fi films, like Terminator, like beginning to fire up or something. Don't know why. The wipers are a cool sound. Not every day I'd say the wipers are actually, pretty good sound. But there we are. It took me over 1 hour and 7 minutes. Oh my god. We were miles late in the end, stopping at Freiburg, Sachs, Floa, and finally stopping at Chemnitz. It's not over yet. We have another journey to do in the opposite direction. Hey, Commando, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah. Train Sim World 5. Yeah. Ideally, it should be, Train Sim World 4 updated. Would be nice. Instead of having to, delete the game and re-download a new version and all the DLCs and, rinse and repeat, basically. It's not ideal, but that's what Dovetail choose to do. Like I said, I've long been a critic of Dovetail's business practices. I'm not going to keep moaning about it because they ain't going to change their ways, are they? What I wish they would do is they just have one Train Sim World game and just continually update it instead of having to delete the main game and all the DLCs and then install the new game and then download every single DLC all over again. It's just such a pain in the neck. I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. Leaning into it. No, I don't want to do that one. Let's do the epic Saxony guy. Regional Express free from Chemnitz to Dresden. That's an S3. I'm not interested in that. Let's do the top one, shall we? Chemnitz up to Bahnhof to Dresden up to Bahnhof. That sounds good to me. So they can agree, or at least let us on board for free like they've done now. Yeah. And they need to have better long-term route planning so the DLCs actually can connect together. Yeah. But I suppose Dovetail then argue that's the whole point of this new route hopping thing, where you can jump from route to route without having to, mess around in the main menu and deal with long loading times and all that stuff. It's not entirely smooth. It would be nice if you could, pick the weather conditions and the train from, say, whatever station you're at. Like, for example, if I was at, Dresden, up to Bahnhof on this route, and there was like a little icon that came up, say if I was standing at a specific platform, and it would be like, oh, do you want to have a go on, or fancy playing, what's it called, Neverka Dresden? You'd be like, yeah, sure. Then it'll have a little sub menu pop up, and you can pick the train and the type of service and time of day and weather, and hey presto, you load straight into it. That's how I would like to see that route hopping thing further improved. I don't think I've seen it in action yet, as far as Dovetail's live streams are concerned. Why are we in this train? Did I Regional Express free? Did I pick the wrong train? I didn't mean to pick that one. I do apologise. I wanted one with the 612. I'll just pick it from the main from the timetable menu. Be easier, won't it? Commander still probably won't bother though. PS4, etc. Fair enough. If Blackpool branches goes on sale for cheap, and it might be worth getting for free. That's it. I don't know if you'll get Blackpool branches for free, mate. I wish it was for free, but I don't think it will be. Probably at a steep discount, but it won't be for free. That's for sure. But yeah, Blackpool Branches is a wonderful route, no question. Definitely worth getting. Okay. Oh yeah, you can use the Vectron on here. Forgot about that for freight. But I want to take the 612 out for a spin. Let's take the single unit out this time. Maybe not. We use a double unit. Ah, there we go. I think we'll have this one here. We'll set it to, I don't know, have in the winter. Why not? Have it on a clear day. That'll do. Commander, the base game is free, innit? Well, to a degree. There are some limitations on it. I think there are some things you can access, and there are some things which you can't access. I think if you go on their, was it the Train Sim World 5 Q&A page thing, there'll be a little, like a checklist of what you can or can't access with the Train Sim World 5 starter pack thing. But yeah, now I know what you mean. Yeah. But there were some interesting routes in the pipeline. Obviously, the Just Trains route very much appeals to me. Another old school 1980s route. An even longer route. Oh my gosh. That was going to be fantastic. Let me just sort the train lights out and everything. Cab lights. Headlights are normal. Set to headlights. That's cool. We got the little cover on the coupler this time. That's cool. So yeah, this is Chemnitz, up Bahnhof. I love this station. Really nice station roof. It's not a classic, but it's cool. I like it. It's not the busiest station, not by a long shot. As you can see, there's a lot of blank PIS boards. So there is potential for maybe adding some additional AI services. But it's a cool station. Got my name there as well. Museum. That's another station train that's just departing. I'll leave the safety systems off this time. Where did I turn the GNT off? On? Maybe now turn the power on. There we go. Right, let's go. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a few interesting things in the pipeline. Finally, the first Welsh route in Train Sim World, the Cardiff City commuter. That looks pretty interesting. Dovetail is making also a route in the Netherlands, which has been heavily requested. So it's good to see Dovetail finally branching to different countries in Europe rather than the usual, you know, Germany and Austria, Switzerland, that kind of part of Europe. It's nice to expand to the Netherlands, hopefully Italy and Spain, as well as another French route. That'd be nice. And also the Alan Thompson simulation route is coming along nicely. The main pet peeve of that is probably going to be absolutely ridiculous. It's probably going to be ridiculously expensive, knowing Alan Thompson simulation's business practice. If you thought Dovetails was worse, wait until you see Alan Thompson simulation. I think there was one locomotive that Alan Thompson simulation made for Train Simulator. I think it was like a reworked Class 47 or a 57. I couldn't believe it, how much it cost. I think it was nearly £40 for one locomotive. I mean, for Train Simulator. I mean, Jesus Christ. That's just madness, you know, charging it at those prices. So it's making me kind of think, well, Alan Thompson simulation route might be pretty good, but it's going to be hideously expensive, knowing Alan Thompson simulation's business practices of late. It's probably going to cost you an arm and a leg to get the Alan Thompson simulation route, whatever it may be. And also, as far as new routes goes, coming to Train Sim 5, there's going to be a new American route, another passenger one, this time called the MBTA Commuter, going from Boston to somewhere, I don't know, I forget where, but it's in the northeast of the US, which is cool. I like that brand. Already had an MBTA branded route in Train Sim World. That is the Boston Sprinter, which I do rather like. Hey Chris, nice to see you, hope you're well. Hope all is well. Oh yeah, sugar. Forgot to did I do the headlights? Yeah, I did the headlights, didn't do the brightness. Whoopsie daisy. My mistake. I do apologise. That's not the station we're stopping at. So the next stop is Niederwiese. Or no, Niederwiese. Sorry, I apologise. And after that, we'll be stopping at Floa again. Oderan, Freiburg, Sachs, Klingenberg, Chemnitz, Tharandter, Freital, Dubin, and then finally Dresden, Hauptbahnhof. Once again, I do apologise for the hideous pronunciations of those stations. I have pronounced them correct once, but that was a very long time ago. You live in the UK, Chris? Fair enough. Saito Kin Dutch route, that'll be interesting. Yep, certainly sounds interesting. I can't remember where it goes to or from. It's in Dutch, so I'm not going to bother pronouncing it. But it looks quite interesting. The route, I should say. What will be coming with the route, I have no idea. Sorry, it'll be. I'm guessing it'll be something where the 406 from Kurlaken might be layable, considering upgrading the timetable. Yeah, I'd like to see not only the Kurlaken timetable upgraded, but the route as a whole upgraded. You know, the full remaster treatment, new SkyTech weather system. scenery updates, that kind of jazz. One route in particular, I think, if we're talking about German routes for a second, badly needs a remaster is München-Augsburg. If you could update the timetable on that, as well as cleaning that route scenery up, that could be a very, very good route. Because unfortunately it was severely undercooked, let's say, by Dovetail. Like München-Augsburg looked promising, we're going way too fast, too busy talking, and we've bottled it. Well, at least we got good brakes, I think. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, we failed. Never mind. Oh well, let's keep going. Too busy talking. Oh well. At least we make it on time. Never mind. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Kurlaken desperately needs a remaster, along with, you know, Tees Valley, Transpennine. Great Western Express is getting on, albeit I'm not a big fan of the new timetable. You know, the fact that everything pretty much on that route is going to be unbranded, apart from well, the Class 66s and the London Underground stock, albeit you can't actually operate the London Underground stock. It's good to see that the route is getting, you know, a new timetable and scenery upgrade and lighting and so on and so forth. But, you know, as far as the unbranded stuff, it's just does not look good to me personally. Chris, do you know about TSW5? I do. Quite a few people do. The Commando, same dude that sues his own developers for leaving, apparently. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Apparently, and that's due for a court case, if I'm not mistaken. I heard a little rumour about on the forums saying that there was a court case due. Very bizarre to sue the people that left his company. I don't know if Alan Thompson Simulation is actually a company or you know, just a group of people. So yeah, I find it a bit bizarre to me. I find it a bit bizarre, you know, suing the people that, you know, has left the business. I mean, they're allowed to leave, aren't they? They do have a right, after all, to do what they want, where they want, when they want. Unless Alan Thompson Simulation specifically wanted to sue them just to, I don't know, get some extra cash in his pocket. That could be the main reason why he's probably suing them, just so he, you know, could get a few quid in his pocket maybe. But we don't know, you know, it was just a little rumour on the forums. Okay, here we are at Floor. Missed the first station by a country mile, but not this one. And the rush hour passenger tech is working. That's good to see. Sorry, peeps. Horn isn't so good, but it's to be expected. Nice to see that the tail lights are on from the rear unit. That's not always the case in Train Sim World. The next station stop is Udaran. I'm tempted to say Alderaan from Star Wars. I don't know why. Udaran, Alderaan. Don't listen to me. I'm being a dinglebat. I'm being an idiot. Oh dear, Alderaan, Udaran. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't stream very often. Not stream again. Oh, I'm losing the plot, I swear to God. Oh dear. I do apologise. Cytokino, yeah, that route needs a lot of layers, especially around the Munich area. 442s and S6s to start, yep. Definitely. I mean, all the older train symbol German routes could do with a timetable boost. Abstrecke Rheinruhr, Russ ignored. This, maybe. Route that we're currently on. As well as the Mainz-Basel-Bahn and Rapid Transit. Oh no, not Rapid Transit, that had a new timetable. Well, reasonably new. 2021. I could do a remaster as well, you know, especially model the Leipzig Hauptbahnhof station. Whereas currently they've just modelled the shell of the station, no actual tracks or trains going in and out of the station. Because obviously we got the underground station, but not the surface level station, or the main station. Cytokino, you are good, I suppose. Well, I tried my best. It doesn't always pay off. Think what it'll be like when I'm like 40 years old, streaming Train Sim World still. God. Touch wood if I make it to that age. I'll be going to Lally by then, I imagine. Just over 2.5 kilometres to go to our next station stop. Commando, it's both. I imagine most toxic people on the train sim forums from the past 15 years. Give them dev skills. That's ATS. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I don't know much about, you know, how Alan Thompson simulation works. You know, as a business, or you know, making stuff. But yeah. Doesn't sound pretty, that's for sure. Doesn't sound like a very good place to work. If you could call it work. Dunno. Cytokino doesn't matter, even that timetable needs a remaster anyway. And the 442 still cannot work properly, excuse me. Cannot work properly. In what way can it not work properly? I mean, I haven't been on Rapid Transit for God knows how long. Might revisit that actually after I've done this stream. See if it's even more broken. I know the unit recently, when it got the route got updated at the time, the Talent 2 got its PIS displays, but maybe those PIS displays are broken now, I don't know. Okay, we are approaching the next station, Udaron. I'm really trying hard not to say Alderon. Oh dear. Just crossing over a small little bridge, and the station should come into view. I haven't played Train Sim World for nearly 10 days. You can tell I'm slow and rusty. God. I have to do a full workout on Train Sim World tomorrow. Play it non-stop. Do a Train Sim World marathon. 24 hours. Ooh, I'm not doing that. I don't think I could handle a 24-hour live stream. Maybe for charity. One day. Hence the PlayStation can take it. Okay, here we are. At Udaron. Or Udron. A lot of passengers getting on as well as off. That's good to see. There we go. The next station stop is Freiburg Sachs. 13 kilometers away. Start again, you'll probably have other streams on top of just TSW by then. Ultralogs, playing other games, etc. I don't know. I've no idea. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what other games I could stream. Don't know. What other games? F1 maybe. Assassin's Creed I do like. Started collecting a few of their games recently. They're on sale. Sadokin can't get the 442 to move still. Very much could be me not understanding the mechanics there. Okay. Well, quite simple. If you do the tutorial on the Talent 2, you know how to get it moving, stuff like that, and yeah, should be okay for you to operate. Something wrong with the distance marker. It just said we went past a speed limit of 110 kilometers per hour, and another one. Like now. Oh no, it's moving now. Yeah, but before there was like a speed limit of 110, and now it's completely disappeared. Is that broken? I don't know. So it's a distance mark on the top right. It said, you know, we passed 110 kilometer per hour speed limit, even though it was still at 130, and now it's going to be 110. So a bit confused on that part. But yeah, as far as this route goes, I mean, I haven't played it for over 2 years. Yeah, it's okay. You know, nice challenge. A lot of undulations, tight curves. So it's a lot of fun with the 612. Certainly a very unique piece of traction in Deutsche Bahn's arsenal. Yeah, as far as the route, I mean, it's okay. I mean, the scenery is pretty unspectacular, apart from the main, you know, the stations itself. They're okay, and the Dresden area is, you know, pretty good. Exactly the same compared to Nürburgring Dresden. So, and the fact that this route is cheaper than Nürburgring Dresden, I do believe. But yeah, I'd give it, you know, I'd say I think a 7 out of 10. This route is okay. It's not too bad. Sorokin will have to give it a go. A few more. I have to give it a few more goes. Yeah. I mean, there's you know, I think a couple of versions of Talent 2. There's obviously the red one, and there's the silver one. So yeah, try either one of those tutorials. You know, it's the same multiple unit, same setup procedure. You know, to get the thing moving, get the thing stopped. So yeah, just go through the tutorials, and I'm sure we can give you a hand. Unless the Talent 2 on Rapid Transit is broken, then yeah, there's nothing much you can do. Sad to say, but I don't know. I haven't been on Rapid Transit, like I said, for God knows how long. So I don't know. I'll have to investigate that when the stream is over. But it may depend from platform to platform. I don't know if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, either 4 or 5, or PC. I don't know what version you or I don't know what platform you play Train Sim World. Only you know. Yeah, as always, I'll say once again, if you enjoyed the stream so far, and you like what you see or hear, then of course feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel for more streams and videos. A few level crossings on this route, isn't there? Not many tunnels though. I mean, I'm just going through my mind now, looking at what was I thinking in my mind? You know, the routes that's been released since Train Sim World 4 launched a year, well, just under a year ago. I was thinking which routes I quite like. Blackpool branches, yep, I like that one. What was the other one? The Maintail Barn, I didn't like that. Overground route, it's good for what it is, no doubt about that. It's above average for Dovetail. 5 Circle, yeah, it was okay. Could be better, room for improvement. Gosh, actually, it hasn't been many routes that's been released, has there? My goodness. Bernina line, don't know. Didn't like it. Wasn't the full Bernina line route in Train Sim World, so I didn't bother picking it up. What else has been released? Long Island Railroad Commuter. It's okay, but it should have been cheaper for people that owned the previous Long Island Railroad route in Train Sim World. Decent extension, very good services, you know, good timetable, and a nice-ish overall upgrade. Bahnstrecke Salzburg Rosenheim wasn't too bad. It was okay. Nothing spectacular, but it was just okay. Semmering Bahn, loved that route. I was looking forward to it when it was announced. Got it, played it. I really did enjoy it. Even though there are multiple units, the rolling stock was a little bit disappointing. Would have had to have something nice and brand spanking new. But for what it's worth, I did like the upgraded Taurus locomotive. One of my favourite locomotives in the game. So yeah, I think if I was to do a top 3 of the routes that was released since Train Sim World 4 came out, I would say first would be Blackpool branches. I think second would be the Semmering Barn, and third I would put the London Overground. That's my top 3 routes for TSW 4 as far as new content is concerned. We're roughly about halfway across the route. But yeah, if you was to ask me, like, oh, you know, a year's time, what's your favourite routes, new routes for TSW 5 Spurs Rail? Well, already I know what's going to be the first. It's going to be that West Coast Main Line over Shap route that's been made by Just Trains. It looks great. It's not even out yet, but my god, it's going to be good. There's no doubt about that. So that's probably going to be number 1. After that, no idea. Wait and see, as they say. The next stop is Klingenberg, Chemnitz. Right? Chemnitz, yeah. Klingenberg. Or Klingenberg. Either way, that station is 11 kilometers away. Commander Rapid Transit 442 is eternally broken. Oh god. The Curl to Dresden one are fine, apart from the random seafood cutout bug. Was driving it before actually. Is the Rapid Transit Talent 2 really that bad? Oh my god. Oh, take a look at that. That's gonna be fun. How bad are we talking here? What actually is wrong with it? Like, will it literally not move? Is there sound? Is the physics broken? Is the sounds gone gobbledygook? What's actually wrong with the Rapid Transit Talent 2? Surely it must move. I mean, my god. If it's that badly broken, sure, I'm very surprised that Dovetail have not seen that on the forums, or I don't know, let their beta team or whatever, have a look at it, or detect that issue. Commander, it just doesn't move. It works fine. Test 2020. I'll take a look at that. That's my next port of call. I was going to do a stream on Rapid Transit, but I think that's just. I think I may have to change my plans. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, as far as the next stream is concerned, the next stream will be on Sunday, the 8th of September 2024. Can't believe we're in September. Jeez, where's the time gone? And the next route I'll be just taking a look at, or having a little stream on, have some fun. That route will be, if I just get the list up, I've written it down. You can tell how well prepared I am. That route will be, let me just find it. Talk amongst yourselves. The route is, where is it on this list? Jesus, did I actually write it down? I think I did. Yeah, where's Tharandter Rampe? Right, it's Tharandter Rampe. The next route will be Spirit of Steam. That will be the next route I'll take a look at. A very unloved Steam route, unfortunately. Had potential to be great, but Dovetail decided to throw it in the fire. Never mind. And burn it. That could have been such a good route. It really could have been. Why is the wipers on? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Spirit of Steam could have been so much better. Not only the Steam physics were broken, badly broken when Train Sim 3 launched, I remember that. But the route scenery was under par, and the big, massive freight yards that they constructed were basically lifeless because there's no bleating tank engine or shunter, to get trains ready, take trains apart, freight trains specifically, as well as passenger services, getting the coaches ready, for its next set of passengers and all that stuff, Hopefully, maybe a third-party dev can one day, get Steam by the scruff of the neck and make it good again. It just really annoys me that Dovetail abandoned it, after all that time and effort. Just threw it in the bin, down the drain, because it didn't generate enough sales. If Dovetail made Steam actually, a very good all-round product, and pumped a bit more time and effort into it, it will result in better sales and more income. But there you go. That's Dovetail for you. Or their new owners, I should say. Sad, but that's the reality. So hopefully, hopefully a third-party dev will come along and save Steam and Train Sim World. There's a bridge. Bridge don't look too bad. It would be nice if we had a cruise control on this train. It would be so much more easier. But it's more of a challenge. Commando, I haven't used it in years. If I play Rapid Transit, I always use the 182 or the 143 layer. Ah, right, yeah. I'd like to use the 1A. I do like the 182 on Rapid Transit. I like the look of it, but now, you know, it's horrendously out of date as far as sounds and physics go compared to the VOBB Taurus. I mean, the sounds on that just much more crisper, cleaner than the 182. Not just the VR 182, but the MRCE variant as well. But that's just my view. There's a freight train. Approaching the next station stop, which is Chemnitz, Chemnitz. There we go. What's wrong with that roof? There's the gutter. There's the texture trying to pop in and out there. That's odd. It's not very good. From a distance it's okay, I think. Maybe not, I can see it flickering in the corner there. This is Klingenberg Chemnitz, that's the station. Looks a bit abandoned to me. Very derelict. Yeah, scenery isn't brilliant. Yeah, if you're here for the scenery, it's Not very good. It's mainly for the driving experience. Presume we're going to the next stop, which is Tharandter. We're due in at 9:52, so let's see if we can make up for lost time. We'll wait and see. Speed of 80, I think now. Plus that's 80 kilometers per hour for freight, maybe. Could be. Let's have a look at the screens. Console left. Oh, look at that. That's where the wipers are. Oh, it's a blind. That's the blind for the windscreen, isn't it? Yes, it is. That's the screen for the left. Nice sound of it. Windscreen wipers and blinds have good sounds. I never thought I'd be saying that today. Anyway, what else is on the screen? What have we got? Fahren Bremsen. Just turning it off. That's the brightness button. At least that works. None of these work. Screen on the right. That doesn't look to be working either. Contrast. At least that does something. Very limited functionality on the screens. Not good. Nearly there. Well, at the go via location that is. Speed of 80 coming up. Let's get down to that speed, please. Thank you, train. Have a cup of tea when finished streaming. And something to eat. A bit peckish. Might have crisp. Packet of crisps. Oh no, actually I've got some Pringles in the cupboard downstairs. I'll some of them. Station we're stopping at, I don't think. So that's good. Got a red signal. That is something I wasn't expecting. In 3 kilometers apparently. To green. Tharandter is 3 kilometers away. This is probably the steepest section of the route. Well, going downhill and uphill. Through the Saxony Valley, the valleys of Saxony. Not too far now from Tharandter. Here is the station. Okay, pulling into the station of Tharandter. There's a siding there, it's interesting. Mercifully, this station is on a flat gradient, so it's a bit easier for me when it comes to braking. That'll do. So this is Tharandter. Nice station architecture. Looks okay. The ironwork there looks quite okay. Station building, a little bit flat, but not too bad. Let's go. again. The next stop is Fritel or Freital Duben. That's just over 4 kilometers away. God, how can we be so late again? My gosh. We've got times going over the speed limit on the approach to Tharandter. Good grief. I do apologise for being so late. Don't think the passengers will like it. Oh well. Oh well. As long as you finish the service, that's all that matters. Sonic, honestly, it's strange to think how this section from Tharandter to Dresden was the German route when it first came out in Trains 2006. Really? Wow, I never knew that. That's your fact of the day for you right now. I've never played Trains. I was never really into it, really. Never that interested in it. I used to play, I think it was like Trains Mobile. On the when I had an old iPad years ago, used to play that. Might have to see if it still works. The game. Just shift along the platform a little bit more. That'll do. Okay, here we are at the next station stop, which is a Freital or Freital Duben. We're 1 minute late apparently. We've got a bus garage over here, it seems. So nearby bus depot, we've got another little line going down here, which is interesting. I don't know where that goes. Probably to a local industry of some sort, considering that tracks come from the freight yard. just before the station. The next and final stop is Dresden Hauptbahnhof, just over 7 kilometers away. We're due in just under 5 minutes. See if we can do it. Cytokin, it's more akin to a modern railroad simulator as opposed to what Train Sim World is. It's a good description of trains there, a model railway simulator. Makes me want to get my train set out from under the entertainment centre. Speeding, oh my god. Sorry about that. There we go. Just a few more twists and turns, and we'll be on the final approach to Dresden Hauptbahnhof. You've got the depot here running alongside the main line, as well as a freight yard here, I think. Or is it here? Might be here as well. Yeah, on the final approach to Dresden Hauptbahnhof, just to wrap up my thoughts on Tharandter Rampe. I haven't played it in over 2 years. I'd say I'd give it a I think just about a 7 out of 10. Route scenery is pretty poor. Stations are okay. The Dresden area is okay as well. Main star of the show is the obviously the DBBR 612. It's great fun to operate on this route. A lot of sharp curves and twists and turns. Nice to see it lean into the corners at high speed. Services are not too bad, and the route length is pretty good. I think it's like 50-60 miles. So a lot of route mileage, that's for sure. I think it's 50-60 miles. It's within the ballpark. And it's not slow either. It's pretty high speed as well. Not ridiculously fast, but it's fast enough for what it is. Past a nuclear power station by the looks of it, or power plant, either way. Smoke spewing out there. why we got a red signal. Why is that? Damn, that's gonna make us late. No! Oh, we got a train coming in. Drat. It's gonna make us late. Denied. Wait for the signal to change. Alright, well let's move a bit closer to the signal. Oh, the train stopped at the platform as well. Oh, God. Stopped at the station just before Dresden. Ugh, you've got to be kidding. Oh well, I should have been quicker. That's my fault. Just notice you get 3 different variants with the 612. So you can do single unit services, which comprise of just 2 units connected together. Then there's the other type of service I did earlier, which was 2 units connected together. Right? Yeah, I'm not. We're losing the plot today. I am. Ignore me. What I said earlier was correct. I thought I was wrong. Come on, train. Hurry up. Move. There we go. It's coming in now. Should be fine then, right? Let's get a bit closer to it. Oh, do not tell me this is broken. I will rage. This is broken. There's a train on in a platform, that's why. Come on, train. Move. Please. There we go. Right, let's go. Finally. Thanks to the S3 service, we're now very late. Still trying to catch up. Be on time. Never mind. All gone to waste. Oh well. Never mind. But there it is, Dresden Hauptbahnhof. There we are, we've made it. Journey's end at last. Here we are, back at Dresden Hauptbahnhof. Passengers are disembarking. Once again, good to see the rush hour passenger tech is alive and kicking on this route. It's not broken, that's a first. But yeah, overall enjoyed it. Not the best route in terms of scenery, but as a driving experience, it's not too bad. So there we are, we stopped at Niederwiese Flur. No, we actually didn't stop at the first station, we missed it. We stopped at Flur, Uderon, Freiburg, Sachs, Klingenberg, Chemnitz, Tharandter, Friedel, Düben, and finally terminated at Dresden Hauptbahnhof, where I think I will call it a day. But yeah, nice to get back into the streaming side of things. It's been a while. I think just over a month, so it's nice to, yeah, like I said earlier, get back on track, literally, with the YouTube side of things. So yeah, I'm going to be pumping out a lot more videos and streams again. So what kind of like normal service is resumed, yeah, glad to be back on the YouTube and making content for you lovely guys and girls out there. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this stream. If you did, then feel free to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then I'd really appreciate it if you would kindly do so. The next stream will be this Sunday on the 8th of September 2024, and I'll be taking a look at Spirit of Steam, the first Steam route for Train Sim World. See what condition that's currently in. I beg to... Oh, God. Well, I beg to differ. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the stream. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.